Hello people, welcome back to my channel. This is Anais and today's video is going to be a sit down video, and it's been like a long time since I've done one, so I thought I would also start my back to school series, though it's my first back to school series and I'm not going back to school. Like if you guys don't know, I am getting into college next year, like this year. I've given my 10th boards, and it's bittersweet to me because I've had this channel since I was in 7th grade and now I'm in college. So but anyways, so this video will be the first video of the back to school series, and today's video is gonna be about the mistakes that I have done in my 10th grade, which I badly don't want you guys to do, like those who are getting into 10th grade or into any school year for that matter. But these are very crucial mistakes which I did, and now I'm like, why did I do this? So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. The first mistake is not listening to the advice our seniors used to give us. Like, I joined tuitions for 10th grade, and then we had this meet and greet with seniors. Like, they shared their very honest opinions as to, they were like the usual, stuff which seniors tell you. But we all took it so lightheartedly, and then in the end of the year, we were like, you know what, our seniors were right. So, like, I'm not asking you guys to like take in everything people around you tell you about boards or whatever it is, but pick something which you feel like, oh yes, this might be true. You should feel that. So pick those kind of stuff up, and don't pick up all the myths about boards and stuff like that. Okay, like people might tell you that boards and all is tough, but honestly in the end it depends upon how much you've studied. That's something that you should know. So yeah, listen to your seniors, listen to every opinion, but take in what matters. Okay, take into consideration what matters, and that's tip number 1. Mistake number 2 that I did was to procrastinate. See, procrastination, not gonna lie, is every student's problem. It was my problem as well. And like, I procrastinate so much. I still procrastinate. That's a different story. But procrastination can sometimes lead to very big issues. Like, you might end up missing deadlines or something. So do not procrastinate. We procrastinated to study for boards from the beginning of the year until before our pre-boards, and like at the and like for pre-board it was like okay because school mein correction hoga, whatever it is. But then when it came to boards and all, I had friends who literally ended up cramming for the exam, which you are not supposed to do, especially if you are like an ICSE student. You know, Rata Marna doesn't work in ICSE. That's something you should know, or any board exam for that matter. So you should not be in a situation that you'll end up cramming or like take very hasty decisions. So stop procrastinating. I think this should be another separate video on how to stop procrastinating. But yeah, that's the mistake number 2. Mistake number 3 that I did was over shopping. Over shopping for my, obviously, like back to school shopping, stationery shopping and all gives you motivation to start your new school year, but you might end up splurging. I've done that a lot of times, and it's not good. Like, especially if you're in, like when you come to higher classes and all, like you'll have a lot of other areas to spend on, like your project and all. Because like for me, I had to like do the spiral binding and all, xerox pictures, that and all. So you have to like spend a lot for that, and if you end up splurging on stationery, you'll be spending a lot that school year that you should That school year will not be budget friendly. That's something that I would like to tell. Don't splurge. You literally end up regretting. You feel so mad about yourself. Like once I bought this roller pen at the beginning of the school year, thinking it will help. Like that's the most expensive pen I had owned, and it's non-refillable, and it was so expensive. I'm like, shit, I splurged, and I was so mad at myself for like splurging. So don't splurge. Plan it out. If plan out your shopping list very efficiently. I'm gonna make a separate video on that to like tell you the only stationery stuff you need to like start your school year. But yeah, do not end up buying all those fancy stationery and all. Like obviously if it helps you, I can't like, it's personal, but I would recommend you not to splurge because you'll have other areas to spend. So yeah, you kind of have to like save up for that. Mistake number 4 is the most important, the most major mistake that I've done. That is not being organized. That's something that I still regret, because obviously like I used to take my own notes, but it was like I used to like, you know, once I take one in physics, if we take an example of physics, electricity, I take the notes of electricity in one book, the notes of a sound ka chapter in one book. So at the end, when I'm studying for my board exam, I used to pile up my table with multiple books. So it was like a big stack. I used to study from all of them. That's something that I always repent for, because did not, I was not organized. I used to take all my notes and all, but I used to not take it in a one single book. I used to either forget my notes or like my points book or whatever it is. So don't do that. Like when you see so much of books on your table, you're like, so much I have to study, and you'll end up procrastinating. That's how I end up procrastinating. Okay, so don't do that. From the beginning of the year, obviously you'll have classworks or notes, whatever it is, for one book for one subject. Please maintain that. Don't be like me and take notes in multiple books, and then you're like, okay, this book has this book has this chapter ka notes. Don't do that. So yeah, please maintain, please be organized, please invest in a binder, okay, a folder, so that you can put your loose leaf notes into it. I've lost so many of them in the middle of the year, and I'm like, shit, I've lost them and I can't make a new one. Invest in a binder, okay? That's the major tip that I would like to give you guys. So the last and final mistake that I would like to share is not taking the internal projects, orals, whatever, seriously. One thing that I would like to tell you about orals is that it's or like the topic that you choose. Like for us, like it's different in different schools, but like for us, we were allowed to choose any topic we want. So if your school has a rule like that, let me give you a tip. Do not end up choosing topics that are controversial or something that involves a lot of um, a very difficult vocabulary and stuff like that, because you might stutter there. And if you choose topics which interests you, that's the main thing. Because you'll have that flow, because you're interested in that topic and you love talking about it. So you'll have that, the naturally you'll have the flow of talking. So do not choose topics like that which have a difficult vocabulary, more like science related. Like if you can manage those kind of words, I would definitely go with it. But if you're someone who is not much used to talking with advanced vocabulary, or if you're not someone who has that much of lexicon, do not take that kind of topics. Like I had a friend who spoke about health, and she was appreciated for the way she presented. Health is such a simple topic. So choose simple topics, but make sure the presentation is effective. That's the major tip for orals. And for projects, records, and all, please don't take it lightly. Write it neatly. Make sure the handwriting is neat, the diagrams are neat, and you, and make sure you take a good quality record book. Okay, my physics record was, I still regret buying that book. It's a splurge for me, okay? So make sure you buy a good quality record book, or take internals all seriously too. Like, obviously, the major marks are from the boards, but these will literally spike up your results. So take these seriously too, and please meet the deadlines of your projects. Don't procrastinate again here, and make sure you put utmost dedication when you write your records, your projects and all. So yeah, don't take them lightly. So we've come to the end of the video. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and comment down your mistakes which you did in your last school year in the comment section below. And yeah, follow me on my Instagram, link is in the description box. I'm gonna be coming up with new videos on the series soon. So yeah, be young, be dope, run the show. Bye.